Hey everyone, I'm Ruth. Welcome back to another video. So I received a question from a subscriber if I could make a tutorial on how to draw a wolf. And this is it. First I'll be painting the background with PanPastels and then I'll draw the wolf in colored pencil. So let's get right into the tutorial. I start by taping my paper to the surface. Then I paint in the background with my PanPastels and a PanPastel tool. And I just dab the color onto the paper and then blend it out with my PanPastel tool. I use several shades of green and black. And I just keep adding color until I'm happy with my background. I add some lighter green. Many layers to create a realistic look on this wolf. And the fur above the eye is a little longer, so my lines are a little longer as well. And as you can see, I'm layering colors on top of each other. And the paper I am using is pastel matte. And on this paper I can work from light to dark, but I can also work from dark to light. And that's really nice because I can put highlights on top of darker colors. And normally that's really hard with colored pencils, but on the pastel matte it's really easy to do. So that's a plus from this pastel matte paper. So here you see me just drawing a base layer, a gray base layer on the head of the wolf, and on the nose a white base layer, a cream color actually, and later on I'll go over that with a lot of colors to create the realistic fur, as you can see me do here. And again, a base layer of the cream color. And then I go over it with various shades of brown and gray, and just drawing in tiny lines to create a realistic fur. And don't be satisfied too soon. Just keep layering, because the more layers you draw in, the more realistic it looks. And another tip, really pay attention to the direction the fur is going in. That's really important to get a realistic look on your wolf. So in the meantime, I started on the nose, and for the nose I use black and gray colors to create this really realistic nose. The highlight is gray and the darkest values are black. And I also used some white on the nose, and the cream color I'm using all over the wolf's fur as well. Then I go on with the nose, and first I draw a base layer of the cream color and light brown, and then I go over it with various shades of gray and brown as well. And on the nose the hairs are really short, even shorter than around the eyes, so I drew really short, tiny fur there. And underneath the mouth, it is also really short, the fur, so really tiny lines as well there. And then for the ear, again a base layer of a light color on the outside of the ear, and then a gray and brown base layer on the inside of the ear. And then I start to draw in the longer fur that is growing inside the ear, and I use gray for that, and black for the shadows, and dark gray, and then the cream color again. And then on with the nose again, just adding layers to create that realistic look. And underneath the nose, as I said before, the fur is really short, so I draw in really short hairs, and it's almost like dots, a lot of dots, many dots, to create that look of really short fur. And really take a good look at your reference photo over and over again to see in which direction the fur is growing, because it's really important to get that right in your drawing, to get that realistic look. I'm just layering colors and adding more and more fur. And now over to the white area of the head, the face. I use a white base layer for that. And on top of that I layer a lot of different colors, a lot of shades of gray, and even some black and cream color to create that look of white fur. And I use my white pencil for the brightest highlights and also to draw in some whiskers. And make sure that when you draw in whiskers, your pencil is really sharp, because if it's not, it won't look like whiskers. It'll just be like stripes on your drawing. So really make sure that your pencil is really sharp here. So on the side of the face the fur gets longer, and so I draw longer lines. And again, for the white area I start with white, and then I layer a lot of different gray shades on top of that to create that look of white fur. So there's a shadow underneath the head on the neck, and I draw in that shadow with gray at first, and then over that I'll draw some fur, some white fur, and later on I'll layer some more colors on top of that shadow. And here you see me drawing really long fur. And first I draw in the white, and then again the various shades of gray and cream on top of that. And over to the other ear, I first draw in the outlines, and then the shadows, the darkest shadows inside the ear, and then the fur that's growing inside the ear with my cream color. And also here I am layering various colors on top of each other to create that realistic look. And for this drawing I'm mainly using my Polychromos pencils from Faber-Castell, and I use 3 Caran Luminance pencils, but as I said, mainly the Fabel-Castell Polychromos. They work really well on the pastel matte paper. And as you can see, I keep layering and adding various colors to the fur to create that realistic look. Some more white inside the ear for the whitest highlights. And some more darker colors for the darkest shadows. And then on the side of the head there's a really fluffy fur. So here I first draw a really thick layer of fur, and then I go over it with several other colors to create the look of that thick fur. the neck, the fur is also longer than on the head, so I draw longer lines to create that look of longer fur. And here on the neck you see me drawing more clumps of hair. I'm not drawing in every single strand of hair, but I'm mainly drawing the clumps because the fur is really longer there and you don't see every hair, you just see the clumps of the fur. And here you can see very well that you can work with light over dark, because I first drew in a dark base layer and now I'm layering a lighter color on top of that, and that works really well and really easy. So as you can see, for the longer fur, I'm really drawing clumps of hair. Just going over it again, layering various colors on top of each other to create that really realistic look. Darkening up some shadows. And defining some parts of the fur. And now I'm darkening up the darkest shadows to give more dimension to the drawing and more depth. And I use dark brown and black for that. And some final touches, and then I'm ready to take off the tape. This is the final result. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell to get informed when a new video comes out. You can leave a comment down below and don't forget to share my video with all your friends. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. Bye!